I just wanted to bring in Clement into the discussion, because that seems that policy and law, one of the suggestions of the UN Global Report, is really important. And I know that in Slovenia, back in 2016, you did adopt an anti-discrimination law. So perhaps if you can answer the question, but also tell us a little bit about what you've been doing in Slovenia to try and reduce ageism.
Thank you very much, Claire. Well, first of all, I mean, I would really like to thank for the invitation to this event. It's a truly great event and an amazing report that has been launched today. First of all, maybe a little bit in relation to this question. I mean, we've been, talking about cross-cutting nature of these discriminations for quite some time already in international fora. So there has been a lot of conversations, but the question is why are these questions not held in public, or why publicly we're not discussing this as much as we should. Look, we have extensive legislation that deals with guaranteeing equal rights, including preventing ageism. Maybe constitution to start with, the most fundamental one, or going to the recent ones, the one that you have just mentioned, the Protection Against Discrimination Act, which established the advocate of principle of equality. And I would like to talk a little bit more about this body, maybe. This is an independent and autonomous state body mandated to deal with discrimination. And the advocate was mandated to offer counseling and legal assistance in administrative and judicial proceedings. And among others, also tasked to conduct independent research on the position of people in certain circumstances, particularly also concerning their age, publishing independent reports and making recommendations. And I really don't want to be too technical in the things that I'm describing now as a representative of a country. So I was thinking I could offer two concrete examples of what the advocate does. The first example would be, for example, his response to the latest so-called Corona legislation that was adopted in Slovenia. And he found that in some cases, this legislation basically predicted early retirements, and the body looked at this issue and recognized that the law is not in accordance with the constitution, due to the fact that it's targeting certain people on their age. And this was also something that was recognized by the Constitutional Court, and the Constitutional Court withheld the aforementioned law. So it was a very concrete thing that happened. And in another instance, the advocate also looked into another legislation that was adopted recently on personal assistance, and it also concluded that it's again there's ageism or age discrimination involved in it, because the law was basically accommodating people or persons between 18 and 65 and leaving out many others. So what I would really like to say is that this body that we have now has enabled us to have conversations that we haven't had in the past. We are a country that tries to do as much as we can in order to respect everyone's rights, but it's very important that we grow and that we address issues that are coming up all along. So this is what I think is really important in relation to this legislation. Back to you, Claire.